Yes, hi, and welcome. This is Jan Ragnerud. You'll learn a little bit about me later, but for now, I want to bring this important message to you. And this is for anybody who is in a business who wants to grow that business by bringing on talented staff and, more important, expertise, consultants, experts essentially who can really elevate your business. But you should not do this until you're prepared to talk about these three questions and avoid that embarrassment of losing face and even worse, losing your company money. So I just want to bring this to bear again. It's very important that you understand these, but also that you complete these in the next section here before you continue. And in fact, as we talk about these three areas for improvement, we talk about sales process, big data optimization, but more importantly, we're talking about how to examine this, how to develop a workflow for this, how to maximize and then optimize the process. And when you work with a consultant, you want to basically essentially ask yourself these questions. A good consultant would definitely want to ask these questions before you even consider any hiring or any taking on talent or staff, or as I said, outside consultants, which is specifically about. So again, this is going to be a very quick video, an overview video, but I want you to start with your sales process. Most often I get requests for search engine and paid media, organic and paid media work. Well, the first thing that I get asked is I need to be ranked on the first page of Google. Well, no, you don't. You need to understand your sales funnel first. And there's many aspects to this. And again, this is an overview, and there's several bullet points here I want to talk you through. But you need to understand your complete sales funnel. And that is from your first click, kind of that attribution, all the way to a sales conversion, and the workflow within that. And so we need to get into metrics. Some of those top level ones would be what's the traffic numbers now? What are the clicks you're getting? Opens for emails, click-throughs for emails, conversion rates and sales conversions, cost per acquisition, those types of numbers and metrics. You need to be able to describe the sales process and working, if you have a larger team, what the scripts look like, including close rates. Would want to talk to you about those scripts and how the sales team is actually closing. And we want to listen to audio calls. We want to talk about your CRM platform, the workflow, who manages that, how it's basically attended to on a daily and hourly basis, establishing clear goals for growth and timeline within those. We certainly want to do this, map out the follow-up systems and autoresponders and tagging methodologies that you're using to segment hot, warm, and cold leads. Very, very important. Again, many sections here, but I want to go top level and quick with you for purposes of time. Number 2, analytics and backend, big data, I call this. Now we're going to drill down further. We're going to understand, the top performing pages in your funnel. Again, we talked a little bit about traffic and clicks. You really want to just map this out. An Excel sheet is fine. We can start by pulling data from your logs and certainly from your web analytics. But we want to find out what the highest leverage is from your organic, paid, and outbound activities, anything you're doing, and what are those channels? Where are you getting the most payback, essentially, and mapping that out? What's working now is obvious, but also what's not working. And we can see that obviously from some of the numbers that you're seeing, but we want to dig deeper here and actually share that data and explain why we think that is and apply strategies around that. Again, here's a specific search engine strategy. If you're on page 2, 1121, positions 1121, what are opportunities to self-rank? Self-ranking is the idea that you can essentially adjust your own website without depending too much on outside, efforts using search analytics. Complete content audit, site audits, organic, paid, social, and competitive areas. This should be a self-given here, but I want to mention that that's going to be very important to sort of tie this together in item number 2 here, analytics and backend. And finally, number 3, the optimizing. So we want to maximize first and understand all the data. Now we're moving into optimizing, the 80-20 rule of business, right? You know it. 20% of efforts 80% of output. So the question here, what products or services yield the highest output now? Sales is one aspect, but profits is another. I see a lot of focus on activities of busyness, which is not business, right? We want to talk about profits. You may be finding that you're selling a lot, but your ROI, your profits, essentially, your return on investment is not that high. And if you have many products or services, start segmenting by the highest performing, and then we slice and dice further down the chain so we get clarity on that. And certainly during this exercise, we want to modify. We want to understand what you should keep and potentially completely remove and temporarily bookmark in your product line. Might be spending a lot of time on areas here that is just not serving you right now. So get clarity and focus there. And of course, adding new products, services. We don't want to remain stale in the marketplace. Stay competitive from surveys and research and competitive research as well. What could you be adding? And are there ideas here that yield sort of an upsell strategy from existing products? Is there ways you can partner with others that are relevant in your business that you can do some rev share with, right? So get clear on the goals is an obvious one, but examples could be number of new subscribers, new clients, sort of overall sales growth, etc. Mapping those out over timelines, and then tying it back to your digital strategy and anything you're doing outbound or with your sales team. So this has been very quick. I think we're at about 6 minutes now. But essentially, this is me. I've written 3 books. I'm a conversion consultant, sales optimizer. Specifically, those books are on SEO and web optimization with Entrepreneur. Been written up online in many different places. You can check that out. Built 2 digital companies over the last 9 years. And I work with multi-million-dollar clients. In fact, have a $1 billion company right now working with. So you probably guessed it. This was an idea that I could share some thoughts for you very quickly, what I look for when we start an engagement. And I have an opportunity here, set aside some time to share about a 15-20 minute call with you to talk about your business in specific and what you're looking for. And this is not a sales pitch. This is really just me. I love this area. Been doing it for a long time, but I want to give back. And certainly if there is a match, we can talk about that. But there's a free call here. If you go to my website, jonrognerud.com/session. No charge. It's completely free. And there's a limit here that I can take on right now. And I've set that to 5. So if you take action quickly, you'll probably be able to get a seat there, and you select yourself from the calendar after a few simple questions. And yeah, I look forward to getting your feedback on this as well, and taking really this year to the next level for you, your family, and your investors, however big size you are in terms of the company. And with that, I just want to thank you for your time and hope it was helpful. I really enjoyed making it for you. Take good care.